Hi Holy Heartians, how are you all? Staying at home now? Great. And studying? You are reading, you are watching all the uploaded videos now properly and taking down all the notes also now? Great. Okay, tell me children, who's the first Prime Minister of our country, independent India? You all know na? Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, yes. And his daughter Indira Gandhi, she was the first woman Prime Minister of India, right? Now, today I have come up with one chapter of your treasure chest book, that is the Book of Nature, chapter number 4, okay? And in this chapter, actually it's not a story, it's basically a letter. You know, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, before the independence, before India got independence, he went 9 times to jail. British government sent him 9 times to jail because he was participating in the struggle of Indian independence. Okay. Now when he was in jail, he has written some very good books. He has written Discovery of India, he has written Glimpses of the World, and he also wrote many letters to his daughter Indira. Now his daughter was small. He wanted to tell her so many things about life, about earth, about so many things. But now since he was in jail and she was outside, so how he could tell? So what he used to do? He used to always write letters to her and tell the things. Now today, the chapter which we are dealing with, the Book of Nature, is also taken from one of his letters which he wrote to his daughter Indira. Okay. Now what happens is, he tells to his daughter that this earth on which we live is actually divided into many countries, but actually this earth, the land is one, right? It is one single land, one earth, and this earth is millions and millions years old. Okay, this earth is many years old, and so many years old that before some time there were no men and women on this earth. Okay, before that time there were only animals, and before animals also there was a time when there were no living creatures on this earth, because the earth was very hot. The temperature of earth was so high that the living creatures could not survive. So that time there was no living beings, but then later on slowly the life came into existence. Now you must be thinking that when there were no men or there were no people on the earth, then how we will know the story, what happened that time? Because there was nobody to write the story of the earth, na? That what happened that time. So Pandit Nehru says that the rocks, the mountains, the fossils, the rivers, the seas, they are actually the people, they are actually the things that tell us the story of those days. If we observe carefully, then instead of reading somebody else's book about the earth, it's better that we read the great book of nature that the nature has in front of us. But for reading the book of nature, we need to understand the language. Now for understanding any language, Hindi or English or Urdu or any other language, we need to know the alphabets, right? Similarly, so to read the book of nature, to read the language of nature, we need to understand the alphabets, like we need to observe carefully all the natural things, like the river is telling us a story, the rock is telling us a story, the mountain is telling us a story, the fossils of old dead animals are telling us a story, and from there we derive that what the earth was like so many years back when there was no life on earth. Okay, now to justify his point, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru gives in his letter the example of a pebble. You know what is the meaning of pebble? The pebble means a stone which is very smooth and it does not have any edges or rough corners or rough edges. Okay, now do you think, just imagine that how this stone became so smooth. In nature, if you'll observe, then none of the stones are so smooth automatically. They are always in the form of a rock, na? Like a rough, and the corners are rough, the edges are rough, everything, right? Then how this pebble became so smooth? So he is saying that what happens, that some many years back, this pebble must be actually a rock only in the mountain, okay? And then from the rock, it broke into pieces, and one rock fell down. It was lying on the mountain side, okay? Then what happened? The rain fell on it, the rainfall came, and it washed that rock, and the rock fell down into the valley, okay? Now in the valley, it met a small mountain stream, okay? A mountain stream is a small stream of water. So this rock was taken away by this stream of water. Now flowing, 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 this rock met a small river, okay? Then it went on with the small river. It went and joined the big river, okay? Now in the big river, as the water was flowing through this rock, continuously the water was flowing through this rock. So the edges and the corners, this rock was lying at the bottom of the big river, okay? So continuously the water was flowing through this rock, right? So the rock became, all the edges and the corners went away, and this rock became very smooth. Now due to something, this pebble was thrown out of the river, and it just remained there, and so it is still a pebble. If it was not thrown out, then it would have flown away with the river. It would have become smaller and smaller, and it would have taken the shape of a sand, okay, which is on, and then it would have joined its friends on the beach side, on the sea side, where there are so many, when there is lot of sand, where we all go and enjoy, where the children make the sand castle, and people go and enjoy on the beaches, right? So it would have become such small, because it would have been washed away by the water. So the pebble is also telling a story, right? So from this letter, he is trying to tell his daughter, and he is trying to tell all of us, that if we observe things around us carefully, if we observe nature carefully, there are so many things, there are so many stories that it tells us. We need to only be careful and keep our eyes and ears open. Okay, so this was what I discussed today with you, the book of nature, and I'm also subsequently going to send you the notes of this chapter. So I hope you understood properly. Okay then, happy learning, children. Bye bye.